Looking forward to an absolute cracker here, Tice.
It'll be Bridges and Sykes who meet each other in the opening tip here. 10 minutes for the first quarter begins right now. And so Ringwood will have the opening possession. And it's the Eltham parochial crowd who are already getting involved in this one, requesting their team to lock in defensively tonight to stop the Ringwood Hawks from packing on the pain at the offensive end. Bridges, Ovi Magbagor with an opening swat straight into the cameraman.
Get up, big man.
And so the starting five for Ringwood: Nye, Lawton, Roberts, Bridges and Carroll, the five out on the floor. Of course, Jonathan Lawton leads the scoring for Ringwood on the season. He's putting up 25 points per game, so a lot of attention will be handed to that man wearing the headband. Here's Nye now, in the air, has to put it up in the air, and that one will be far too short. So not a particularly fruitful opening possession here for Ringwood. Eltham looking to go one better. Short ends up on his backside, finds Foxwell now right on the edge of the halfway line. Owen Foxwell has a pick from Josh Sykes, who's ever menacing towards the hoop but goes it alone. The floater wasn't to be, and so Short now with a wide open triple will get the opening basket of the night and had the whole three-point line to himself.
Offensive rebounds quite often lead to three-point makes. Defense collapses trying to get a board, but Eltham able to come up with it there. Short out by himself.
Roberts can clear out.
Basket.
Carroll inside to Bridges. This will be a great matchup all night long. Sykes the winner this time around. Eltham come up with a Foxwell athletically gets it back into Sam Short's hands. Magbagor setting a high screen, put his hip into it. Now Short looking to go back-to-back baskets. Instead goes to RB with his first shot after returning from injury. Continues where he left off. And so Lawton now, Foxwell, the defensive maestro, comes up with it, can hand it to Sykes. Watch out, this man's downhill. Trying to blow by defenders, draws foul from Roberts, and Josh Sykes will have the challenge at the free throw line.
So a hot start here for Eltham. Two made threes and forcing a turnover there from great defense from Owen Foxwell, who's well known for that.
Well, it's that time of the night when I mentioned the free throw percentage of this man. 43% it is. So the maths would tell you would go one of two here.
So the maths would tell you this one's a make. You putting your money on that one or no?
Well, every now and then it's a miss too based on the 43%, but sometimes you just need the cider, and that time...
Another cider.
6-0 it is Eltham. Couple of threes. Sam Short and RB connecting from beyond the arc. Josh Sykes couldn't finish it at the free throw line. Ringwood looking to find their first score. Bridges now, it's this same matchup. The post, Magbagor is there to help, but Bridges is too good on the turn and finish for two.
You just recognise the help coming from Magbagor, so went the other way, went baseline. He's able to kiss it off the window for two with his right hand. So the matchup I'm looking forward to tonight between Jonathan Lawton and Owen Foxwell. RB steps back for a three, unable to make that one, but no, the points that Jonathan Lawton can put up. He's an absolute superstar.
RB met him at the summit. Sorry to interrupt. Some athletic blocks we've seen already between Magbagor and Bissaint. Braelen Bridges averaging 17 points per game has the ball in hand. Lawton now defended by Short this time. Taps it out of court and rolls off the baseline for a Ringwood possession.
And so it's going to be Sam Short who gets the matchup on Lawton first. We saw last week in the first half, Sam Short went to, I think Jack Purchase it was, and then the second half went to Tom Wilson, or the other way around. Each half, the player he wasn't playing on just got off the chain.
Tom Carroll, a 39% three-point shooter, couldn't get his opening opportunity to fall. Foxwell hesitated and then gave it to Bissaint, who was not particularly well placed on the receive.
Beautiful little hesitation move there from Owen Foxwell. The second one, I think he probably got away with a bit of a carry, but I think maybe even he thought that, and that's what forced the pass a little wide there to Bassane.
Bridges and Sykes again here, edge of the paint. McMcGaw's going to have to help again. He's forced to travel here. That's McMcGaw's defensive efforts again on display here. He's got to be right up there in terms of defensive players in the league.
Absolutely. That's the joy Eltham have with having him on the floor at the same time as Josh Sykes. One can help the other constantly. We've seen it twice already for Ravi McMcGaw.
Ringwood shooting 1 of 7 from the field so far. Eltham having no such troubles, but Foxwell left that one short. Sykes and Lawton duke it out, and eventually Lawton comes up with the rebound. Do the ball handling duties yet to get on the scoreboard tonight, and Foxwell again giving him a bath at the defensive end. Can give to McMcGaw. Carroll's there, but McMcGaw maybe it was a little putting the lid on it from Bassane, but I'm pretty sure
it looked like he did put his hand on that, which
does that equate to a goaltend?
Get away with it though.
Nye steps into the triple. That's deep. And nothing doing there. So neither team to deploy their subs just yet. Eltham with an 8-point lead halfway through the first quarter here. Foxwell been very good at the defensive end, looking to replicate at the offensive end. Here's Bassane now getting downhill. Nye did well defensively. A turn and shoot on the fader is good for RB James.
That's a nice take. And that's what he's looked good at early in the season. It'll be interesting, his health with his ankle. Back in the lineup for the first time tonight in a few weeks.
It was a win for the Eltham women earlier in the evening. The men looking to replicate it tonight and have 2 wins on the night for the Eltham Wildcats. Jonathan Lawton wanted a foul there, but never really came.
He just felt hand on the hip. One of those players you often see in the NBA.
Sykes now into the spin cycle. Looks to force through Carroll, but he did well defensively. Forced a bad shot. Well, that's going to be a foul on Foxwell. Lawton walks away from that one okay. Foxwell perhaps less so. But yeah, mentioned it in the pre-game, without Angus Glover tonight, won't be playing any part in this one. So Eltham without a key piece of their starting 5. And in the process, Bassane returns from injury and McMcGaw enters the starting 5.
So double-digit early lead here for Eltham, and 2 points so far in 5.5 minutes of basketball isn't going to get it done for Ringwood. That's a nice backdoor pass, but picked off there yet again by Eltham and just not clicking. That's a nice find from Sam Short into Josh Sykes, who puts him on a poster. Timeout, Ringwood. 12-point margin early on. Ribs and through his torso.
He's back out on the floor though. And so just going to tell neither team to take a substitution yet. Oh, hang on, I might have missed one. There is Seeley has come onto the floor here and he has the ball in hand as Seeley kicks it around to Roberts.
So Eltham have just tried to blow up the offensive plan here for Ringwood by going to a small zone.
Bridges turning, and goodness me, that long limb of Josh Sykes almost did enough, but Bridges does very well to get his second score of the night, has 4 points. And with that, the only person to score for Ringwood, of course, being a 14-4 game. Here's Foxwell. As we mentioned pre-game, Eltham sitting 7th on the table, Ringwood 5th. Short. That is gorgeous from Sam Short. Lawton now yet to score. Foxwell's done a job on him defensively. Again, it's a bit of a forced shot, but Lawton needs a little room to find a basket, and he is on the board tonight. Ringwood have pulled together a couple of scores on their last 2 possessions now, and all of a sudden are looking a little more comfortable at the offensive end in the process. Short can give to Foxwell. McMcGaw set the screen. Foxwell draws the foul. Oh, he's going to be an offensive foul, if I'm not wrong. Yep. Now on the hook. So subs taking in for Eltham. Sam Whelan will check into the game for Foxwell.
That'll be his second personal foul, so the early sub there. Eltham revert back to a man-to-man defence here.
So here's Seeley. Took Knorr off the court just a short time ago. Here's Bridges now. Roberts goes it alone. Steps into the triple over the hands of Bassane. Was always going to be a big ask. Short. Looking for Sykes, who's menacing. Look at the matchup here. The point guard and Josh Sykes. Good luck to you, Jonathan Lawton. Now the help comes across from Bridges. Yep, in the end, Ringwood do a pretty good job defensively. Sykes got all sort of out of shape there. Whelan's going to foul here, and Sealy have a chance at the line for a couple of free throws as Sebastian Lees gets ready to check into the game here for Ringwood. Zach Cunningham will see his opening minutes for Eltham.
So on the defensive end then, there by Lawton, he knew what Josh Sykes likes to do, and he didn't man him up, didn't body him up, sorry. Sykes so often goes to his spin move. He just stepped off him, put his body in front of him, and Sykes didn't know what to do. Forced a turnover. So Sealy hits the first. Chance to make it back to a single-digit margin here, and he does. So Ringwood just getting themselves back into the game here after a slow start, and they've brought out a press here.
It's a 14-2 start here for Eltham. Close to 17-8 it is. Eltham in the lead by 9. Short swings through his defenders' arms, finds Whelan in the corner. It's a quick release from Whelan, left a little short here. Both teams fighting for the rebound, but Bridges does well to come down with it for his third rebound of the night already. Cunningham doing the defensive job on Bridges. Whelan's going to come across and did well not to touch it before it fell out of court there off Bridges, and it'll be Eltham ball. Two minutes and change here. Will Eltham make it a double-digit margin again heading into quarter time? Can Ringwood draw it closer? Let's find out. Two top 8 teams, 5th and 7th on the ladder. Here's Ralph Bissain. Step back. Goodness me, that's gorgeous from RB. Couldn't get it to fall, though. Well defended by Lawton, and Bridges brings it down for Ringwood. His 4th rebound of the night now. Lawton liked it from beyond the arc, and he should. That's a beautiful 3 from Ringwood. Back to a 6-point game.
So it's a 9-2 run here for Ringwood. Things just turning a little bit. Got their offense clicking.
That might be off Eltham. It is. And so Ringwood doing everything they wanted after that timeout. And Nye replaces Carroll. And all of a sudden, Ringwood starting to show why they are 4-2 on the season after a pretty slow start here at Eltham. Beautifully done by Bridges on the putback there. And Ringwood make it look easy at the offensive end now.
Just clicking, they've scored. Say 5 of the last 6 times down the floor.
11-2 run. Will it be arrested on this one? Nye with the defensive play. Whelan keeps it in Eltham hands. Bissaint now. Oh, he's lost his handle. Sealy now quickly down the floor. Whelan will get back defensively. And Sealy does really nicely on the finish for 2 and make that a 13-2 run. It has been a disaster for Eltham in the last 4 minutes of play here. Ringwood are looking good at the defensive end, looking better at the offensive end. Short can find Whelan. Another quick release free for him. This one couldn't fall either. Lawton, not the most typical of rebounders, will do enough. And all of a sudden, Ringwood might just head into quarter time with a lead. Nice steps into the 3 to take the lead for Ringwood. Couldn't fall.
So you would, I think Eltham just settle here for one shot. Shot clock's been turned off. Scored 3 points in the last 4 minutes of this quarter.
Spots that Mabigor. He's not going to shoot it from out there. Drives to the basket. Whelan's in the corner. His 3rd attempt from beyond the arc. This one is good for Sam Whelan. That'll do enough for Eltham to take a lead into quarter time. It'll be a 5-point one, and Ovi Mabigor attributed with a nice assist on the kick out to the corner there. Whelan hits the 3. It makes it 1 of 3 for his first quarter. So Eltham, after getting tested in the back half of that first quarter, will go in with a quarter time lead of 5 points, James. But I don't know, how do you write the story? Perhaps a tale of 2 halves of the quarter in a way.
Absolutely.
3-point basket from Sam Whelan was enough to make it a 5-point margin. Beautiful pass from Ovi Mabigor. But Ringwood were closing really quickly at the back end of that quarter. And we are back underway here in the second period. Sam Short has the ball in hand here for Eltham. And can Eltham start this quarter the way they started the first, which was a 14-2 run, which we've spoken about. Short now with the three. That's left well short. And Sykes does so really nicely to get the ball out of the hands of Nye, but then the dribble was far too much to keep it in Eltham hands, and now Magbegor's using his foot to keep it in Eltham possession, and typically that's illegal when it comes to basketball. So the foot violation will result in a Ringwood ball here, and not a particularly fruitful first possession there for Eltham. 30 seconds into this second quarter. Lawton has the ball in hand here. We'll hand off to Sealy, who had 4 points. A nice contribution in that opening period. Nye on the fader.
Again, just the defence there. Short turns it over. Lawton gets the easy two. So defence last time down the court. You can see the impact that Magbegor and Sykes have. Just puts the offence off. Great find there from young Augusta inside to Magbegor. Just had a mini fast break option and was able to drop it off to Ovi, who finished inside for two.
Owen Foxwell returning to the floor. We mentioned it during the quarter time break there. 2 fouls to his name. And so he will be very careful. He's reaching into the cookie jar. Magbegor almost misses the ring on the free throw. But Eltham come up with possession. And so nothing doing on the Eltham offensive end. The margin stays at 5 points as it was at quarter time. Then it was 20-15, now 22-17. Here's Sealy. Magbegor's done a little too much on that attempt. He has 2 blocks to his name already, couldn't get a third. That one will be a foul, and we'll see Sealy heading to the line to add to his 4 points, which he has on the night so far.
Sealy makes the first. Gets both, so back to a 3-point margin here. Wildcats with the lead. Foxwell back on the floor. Augusta unable to come up with the corner three there.
Here's Lawton, looks across to Nye. Gee, that just about did everything except fall for Nye. Down the floor, Augusta with the quarterback pass from Foxwell. And Lees will draw the foul here. This time on Augusta, whistled for his first personal.
So Lees keeps his perfect record intact from the free throw line there, 2 for 2. It's back to the closest margin it's been since it was 3-2 at the start of the game. Turnover there and Lawton out running.
I can spot up Sealy going baseline. From forced to pass, and here's Lawton now. Got inside his defender, but couldn't finish. And so Eltham often going to the well of that Sykes post move, but Ringwood appear to have done their scout. Here's Short. Almost takes out his own player on the fall away there, and now Sealy with it again. Ringwood might just be in the lead at the back end of this shot. Nornai comes down with it, and he will put the Hawks in the lead. Eltham will take a timeout to discuss it. And so if the momentum swung during that first quarter, it appears that Eltham haven't turned the tide, because Ringwood are coming. And they're coming in hot. They lead by 1.23 to Lees and Bridges. Eltham sticking with Bissaint, Short, Agosta, Sykes and Foxwell out there. Foxwell still with the 2 personal fouls. And Eltham, after the timeout from coach Craig Stratford. Oh, that's going to be a cross-court violation there. I'll have to check the replay on that one. Oh, this is great defensive work here from Ringwood. Should have been a turnover. Foxwell did well. Deary me, that's asking a little bit much. Lawton now had 2 defenders in front of him, so slowed it down, puts it through his legs. This would be a good 3. Oh my, Jonathan Lawton, try to stop him.
That's nice. That's very nice. So a 4-point lead. Ringwood just continuing this run.
Sykes goes into that post move, and again, this time when turning to the left, Bridges, who did just about enough, and in his mind, copped nothing but the ball. He's whistled for the foul and sends Sykes to a territory that he doesn't love, and so far he's 0 from 2 on the night. That's the free throw line. So Lawton, who had a very quiet start to the game, now up to 10 points. It's a beautiful 3-point make just a short time ago. Sykes again goes 0 from 3 now from the free throw line, and when it's a tight game like this, every point counts. That's his first of the night. So Ringwood now, they've done enough to take the lead here. Can they build on it? Seal it. Josh Sykes from the top rope is whistled for the goaltend.
It was a close call, but it did look like the ball had reached its peak. It's one of those ones, as a supporter and as a fan of the game of basketball, you like seeing people get up that high. Let it go, let it be a block. But it was the right call.
He is Short, defended by Lees now. Ringwood's defense has been brilliant since Eltham had that 12-point margin. RB all the way through, defensive hands. Lawton clearly did make contact with him, because he appears to have hurt his fingers a little bit. They're giving away perhaps to the refs. Nonetheless, the possession plays on. Zanagosta blows up the handoff, and now it's back in Eltham hands. Nye all over Agosta. Foxwell now can find Short to his right, goes to Bissaint, looks inside to Sykes, had to reach out for it and then get upstairs and put it home. And Eltham, 2 possessions in a row, find buckets back to a 1-point game.
Took a little bit of time, but Eltham able to find the mismatch there. Guard on Sykes is never going to be able to compete under the ring.
Corner 3 goes up, and it's good for Lees. Lees has his 5 points to his tally now, and his contribution off the bench has been nice so far. Foxwell, South East Melbourne Phoenix play, kicks it out to Agosta. He'll come up with the rebound, Foxwell, and that should be an easy finish. Sebastian Lee's just averaging 3.5 points per game this season. He's made a tidy contribution so far. Sealy straight through defenders. That's beautifully done, and he has 10 points already. He's averaging just 7 points per game, is Sealy, so he's well beyond that already, and we're only a minute, a quarter and a half into this one. That's a beautiful pass. That's a beautiful finish for Eltham. Bissaint to Foxwell. And Foxwell finishes. Lawton now had a little pathway to the basket, instead kicks it out. Here's Lees. Sykes, actually not to be whistled for the foul there. Bridges finishes, and Sykes will watch on from the hardwood. And so we see subs here taken for Ringwood. Sealy, who's been prolific, checked out of the game alongside Norn Nye. Carroll and Roberts on the floor. Whelan returns alongside Lockie Wood. It's Zanagosta and Bissaint make their way to the pine. So 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. Eltham had it all their own way in the opening few minutes of the game, and then Ringwood have had pretty much the same story, but to their trend in the back half of the first quarter, and perhaps a bit more evenly poised now. Things have settled into this second quarter, and both teams starting to feel each other out defensively. And a few more free throws than we had in that first quarter, where both teams just had the 2 each. Foxwell at the line for a couple. Until I put the Moz on him last week during his free throws, he had 100%. And probably shouldn't have said anything. Comes in shooting 88%, but ends that trip to the free throw line 50%.
So Eltham giving up 5 points at the free throw line. Left 5 points there.
Roberts now. Too good for Whelan, over the top and finishes for 2.
That's pretty. That's nice fadeaway jumper. Up high. Over the defender's arm. So 5 point margin. Just lead of the game for the Hawks.
Wood finds Foxwell. Here's Whelan. Yeah, nice pass to Wood. Oh no, he had to just finish it, but somehow couldn't hold on to it. And so now it's Ringwood looking to continue to build on this 5 point margin. Can they do it through Carroll from way downtown? That would have blown the roof off the homes of the Ringwood fans watching on from home if that had fallen, because they have looked very good from that sort of territory. Here's Foxwell. He's lost his handle too, and so Ringwood will surely find a score on this fast break. Lawton past defenders, an easy finish for 2. And another timeout for Coach Craig Stratford, who will use up his second timeout of the quarter after seeing 5th and 7th on the ladder. Eltham doing it without Angus Glover tonight. Starting for the Eltham Wildcats, future South East Melbourne Phoenix player in the upcoming NBL season. Here is Sykes backing his way into the paint, looking for any sort of laneway to the basket. In the end, the defense did everything they could, and in the end did a little too much. The basket will count for Sykes, and he'll return to the free throw line. And so he's 1 for 4 from the free throw line tonight. And that one pushed a little long again, so he's left 5 points at the free throw line on his 3 trips tonight. Rough on the floor here for Ringwood now. Finds Carroll, turns into the 3. Hearing me, that looks good. Now Ringwood having to come up with a score on either of those 2 attempts. In the end, Eltham commit the foul. It's on the floor though, and Ringwood the only team in foul trouble. And so Bridges, who's been off, returns to the floor alongside Zach Cunningham for Eltham. Both teams, well, Ringwood certainly playing a smaller team. Eltham really without a traditional 5 in any case.
Yes, that'll be baseline ball. I think referee thought he's in the bonus, but he's the other side of the scoreboard. So Ringwood baseline, 14 on the shot clock, 5 point lead.
They should be listening to my commentary. Carroll has it for Ringwood. Lawton receives it now. Good luck getting around Zach Cunningham. He doesn't need luck. He's just so talented, is Jonathan Lawton. And he somehow, around the Eltham 5-man, finishes for 2. Whelan receives it now. Foxwell for Eltham. Short was there, instead goes to Wood. He's a shooter. Yep, and that falls for Lachlan Wood.
That was a much needed basket for Eltham. Let's get the scoreboard ticking over. Back to a 4 point game. They'll look to get a stop here.
56% from beyond the arc this season is Lachlan Wood. He's 1 for 1 on the night. Here's Carroll, finds Roberts now. Hesitation, then tries to blow by Whelan, turning him back to the hoop. And that's almost falls for Roberts, but all of a sudden Eltham now with an opportunity. I think the Ringwood coach knows it. Damien Smith trying to get his Chargers to go to another level now, because if Eltham can string together a couple of possessions, this would hurt. Short couldn't get it to fall though, so Carroll will pull down the defensive rebound, and Ringwood will just want to hold this margin heading into halftime. Go into the main break with a smile and something to be proud of after a pretty slow start. Pass comes into Bridges. Cunningham briefly over-defended now. Comes across to Wood, and he forces the turnover. So Eltham with another opportunity to find a score. If they can't come up with one on this one, there'll be some serious head-scratching, because they've had the opportunity. Foxwell has to go it alone. He wanted a foul. He did well to get it through hands. To a 2-point game here. Potential 2 for 1, but they slow it down. And Lawton will get it over halfway here. Ringwood, perhaps the second last possession of this opening half. A 2-point game it is. This has been a cracker so far. Lawton, we know what he can do. If that falls for him, that would be something heroic. Couldn't get it to fall though. Short comes down with it. Do they slow it down and run out the shot clock? Oh, he's lost the possession. Short lost his handle, and Lawton will make an easy basket. And so Eltham trail by 4 with 7 seconds remaining. They are in foul trouble. Wood pulls up from 3. That one pushed long. Ringwood will release it after the buzzer sounds. And so after a 14-2 start to the game in Eltham's favour, Ringwood halfway through that first quarter said, we are going to right the ship right now during that timeout from Damien Smith. And they
boys over there, 9. The Saints were just a little confused whose ball it was.
Well, we had 42 lead changes in the opening game tonight between the Eltham and Ringwood women. There's been the 1 tonight, and that was from Eltham, in the men's, I should say. That was Eltham leading, and then Ringwood leading ever since. Let's see if there's a few more lead changes left in this one. Here's Bridges, can hand off to Lawton to get us underway. The Ringwood possession. Carroll from beyond the arc. They've shot 3 from 12, make it 3 from 13. So it hasn't been the most successful night from beyond the arc tonight for the Hawks. This ain't looking to get the Eltham Wildcats on the board to start this second period. Foxwell, the cross up and then the attempted floater. Sykes does well to be well placed, but Roberts picks his pocket all the way down the floor. McMigor gets his hands to it. That is a effort block if ever you've seen one. Hustled down the floor and then gets his hands to it. Here's Foxwell, considered the long-range bomb instead. Well, that's a travel. And so there's been a pacey start to this one, if only both teams are scoreless. Some conjecture on the travel call.
I think it was Foxwell's getting smashed around a fair bit on offense, and I think Coach Stratford's just trying to look after his star player here and just ask for a call if he can get one.
Bridges over the top of Sykes. Threatened to be a bit more of a dramatic finish than it ended up being. 6 points of difference now, Ringwood with the first score of this second half. Foxwell turns the corner, tries to blow by 3 defenders around to Magbegor short. A chance to step into triple, but retreated. 10 seconds on the shot clock here. A couple of defenders will be there to meet Sykes. They go back to him again. Bridges is behind. This has been so good from Ringwood in the post here. Josh Sykes has had none of it his own way. Oh, Bissaint on the dying moments of the shot clock. How crucial a 3 will that be?
It's a massive make. It was looking like another empty trip there for Eltham. Bissaint just able to come up with something out of nothing.
Ringwood looking to respond. Roberts it is. Mid-range who couldn't fall, but Sykes was poorly placed for the rebound. Bridges comes through and cleans up for 2. 12 points to his name. 9 rebounds to go. In fact, make it 10 rebounds. Double-double for Bridges now. It's a 4-point game at the half. Both teams now on the board in this second period. Josh Sykes! From the top rope. Makes it a 3-point game here. Nice spot from Carroll to Nye. That's going to be Eltham ball.
That's good awareness there from Bissaint, who knew the ball was coming. He had his back to it, but you could see his offensive opposition gearing up to catch the ball and just put his hand in the lane.
Foxwell trying to get downhill, spots up short to tie it up from the corner. Sam Short is nothing but cotton. 47 each. Eltham have turned the tide here. Will it continue that way? Lawton goes it alone, and rightly so. A brilliant finish from Jonathan Lawton. And he is matching up on Foxwell like a glove at the moment. Sykes sort of menacing. In the end, he just gets a little caught up in his own dribble, loses possession, and might be careful not to get a tech here. He's given the referee all sorts of lip. And there it is. I think he knew it was coming, and eventually, I think he almost wanted the tech, it seemed. And he'll be subbed out of the game for Zach Cunningham. And so that'll send Lawton to the free throw line for one. A lapse of judgment there from Sykes. He might have disagreed with how it fell out of court, but that technical foul is going to help no one. Lawton, that's an extra. Three minutes into this third quarter, Ringwood had a 4-point margin. Currently a 3-point margin it is. Had a technical foul. Lawton made the free throw. Here's Ringwood again. Nye, edge of the paint. Bissaint doing an absolute clinic defensively on Nye on that possession. And in the end, Eltham are rewarded. Eltham with 14 turnovers in the game, Ringwood with 8 to their name. And so, despite the rebound count being all tied up, Eltham have the assist, have 5 blocks to 1. Foxwell stepped into the triple. That one was a little audacious. The assist count is where Eltham's doing their best work. 12 to 4 assists it is. Ringwood have sometimes gone it alone like this sort of stuff. And maybe he should have on that occasion, because the pass went straight to the Eltham bench, which typically is not where you want to be passing it when you're on the floor.
So Eltham just back into the game again after lead got out to 6 points for Ringwood at one stage. Look for another score here.
Bissaint can spot up short, and Roberts takes contact off the ball and finds himself on the hardwood. Cunningham does well to get another offensive rebound. That's the 7th of the night for Eltham, and Roberts gets up gingerly. Didn't quite see the contact there. Appeared to be off the ball, and I think Coach Damien Smith is pleading for some sort of whistle on that play. My eyes were caught off the ball on that occasion. And so 1-point game it is. Lawton has been really good since halfway through that first quarter. Has 19 points now. Let's make it 17 points, I should say. Bridges and back his way into Cunningham. Oh, he's travelled there. Nothing called. Carroll. Oh, he'll make him pay too. He should have been punished with a violation there, but nothing called. And so back to that 4-point margin we had at half time. Cunningham, the ball in hand, and finds short. Oh, McGregor was in the corner. Looked like he was heading for a back cut there. Bissaint's going to have to get creative here. Knight steps one step inside, and that's good. He's got a great mid-range jump shot.
That's a nice shot. That's a great pull-up shot there. Defender just preparing for the drive, stepping off him and him raising up from the free throw circle.
He shoots at 65% in 2-point range, just Bissaint, and quite a lot of them are in the mid-range, not just your easy layups. Here's Nye turning back to the hoop. McGregor commits the foul in the process. And a couple of free throws to come here for Ringwood. And McGregor picks up his second.
2, yep.
And we'll head to the bench. Whelan replacing him on the floor and going with a slightly smaller lineup here. Nye at the line. He's a 55% free throw shooter on the season, is Nor Knight. And that did just about everything but fall.
Everything but go in. It's unlucky.
So they're 5-4 in the season here, Ringwood. I mean, the way the ladder works places them above Eltham, who are 4-2. I would argue that's the preferred record, but nonetheless, 5th plays 7th.
It's empty from the line there. Some say that's a good foul by McGregor. So a chance here to tie or take the lead for Eltham. It's getting to that point in the game where the next run will go a long way to winning the game. So whichever team takes the opportunity.
2 seconds on the shot clock here. They have to put it up immediately. And in the end, a lack of passing perhaps led to that one. Now committed there by Whelan. Pick up his second personal. And great to see Seeley back out on the floor here for Ringwood. He was extraordinary in that first half. He comes out alongside Sebastian Lees. Really rated his first half. Seeley had 10 points. He's averaging just the 7 on the game, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see the man wearing the pink boots make another impact here in the second half. Here's Bridges, will hand off to Lawton. Double teams. That's ridiculous. That is unbelievable.
That's
from Jonathan
unstoppable.
Lawton.
That's great defense, better offense. Offense will always win out in that instance.
Foul committed there. It's the first team foul for the quarter for Ringwood. They've largely been disciplined. Margin was 4 at halftime, sits exactly at that margin still. Foxwell. That's Whelan falling out of court though. 1 on the shot clock. Here's Cunningham. Can shoot a 3. Yep. That will fall for Zach Cunningham. You want to be careful when Cunningham steps out beyond the arc.
It's a big make. Back to a 1-point game.
Shooting 50% from out there this season, Zach Cunningham, albeit on a relatively small amount of takes. Carroll looking to return serve. A little fist bump to follow that one. Yeah, it's a nice make for Carroll. And that's his second basket of the night. 6 points for Tom Carroll. That 4-point margin just staying that way. Played 7 minutes of this third quarter and not much has changed. Whelan this time looking for his second 3 of the night. Lees on the closeout did enough, and it's at 3 minutes remaining here. Still the 4-point margin. Ringwood ahead. 2 minutes away tonight. Coming off the back of a win against Bendigo last weekend. And got up by 12 points. Followed a loss to Waverley the week before. Yeah, really nicely done there. Bridges again, making his defenders look small. 14 points on the night, does Bridges.
Ringwood on a little mini run here, so 2.5 minutes left in the third. Eltham will want to make sure that finishes here. Noah Foxwell does his best and gets one to finish. Roll around the rim. And the way he finishes inside for the size that he is unbelievable sometimes. That's just another one to add to the highlight reel.
If they did a centimetre measurement on your total amount of dunny roll throughout the season, I would be confident Owen Foxwell would be leading that count. Oh, that's a beautiful catch and release from Lees. Yep, he makes his 3-point count, and that margin, which was corrected on the last basket, pushed out even further now to 7 points. Hussein almost travelled when he received it. Had Whelan to his left, goes it alone. That's his mid-range jump spot area, but that one was a little over the top perhaps. Cunningham. Bridges is making all sorts of contact there, but nothing whistled, and Cunningham commits the travel. And so neither team to take a timeout here in the third quarter. Looks like they're saving them for the last period. Bridges checks out of the game, and this will be the opportunity for Eltham. With Bridges off the floor, it's Bailey Ruff who checks in, and so will Ringwood be able to continue the way they've been going, or can Eltham make a run with Ringwood starting 5 men off the floor? Oh, Biss Saints has sent that into the next postcode. Cunningham checks out of the game. And so both teams look like they've got the 5 they want to finish the quarter with. 7 points it is. Can Ringwood find a score, potentially push it out to a double-digit margin? Currently sit at their biggest margin of the night. 7 points it is. Will extend beyond that. Carroll's hit a 3 this quarter. Hands off to Seeley. Looks to go base. Oh, that's too good from Seeley. So crafty and so talented. Has 12 points now on the night. Must be his season's best or near it. Magpie wants to watch out here because Lawton was menacing. Spots up short in the corner. Foxwell spotted a putt. Oh, that's going to be a blocking foul. And Eltham will maintain possession here. Foxwell fouled relatively heavily.
It's almost like it's a bit of a game plan. Ringwood have come out knowing that Angus Glover's not out there, and Owen Foxwell's going to be their main scoring threat as a guard, and they've really tried to be physical with him, put him off his game. He does have 11 points, but they have slowed him down. Probably hasn't taken as many shots as what we thought he might with no Glover tonight.
So Sealy wearing Foxwell very tightly now. Short has wanted to be decisive on that one, but took his time in the end, had to shoot it over his defender. And that'll be a foul. Yeah, Sykes was shoved in the back there. It's Ruff, who was perhaps a little rough under the basket, and whistled for it. So Eltham, a couple of opportunities. They haven't come up with a score yet, and if it sits at 9 points at three-quarter time, all of a sudden head scratching becomes head shaking. Sykes can enter Foxwell. He liked it from beyond the arc. Yeah, he took contact there. It was smart, but Sealy, probably a lack of awareness. Fair to say the foot came out, but in this modern environment, not the first and certainly won't be the last player to do that. And so we'll have 3 free throw attempts here. Will Owen Foxwell, prior to his halfway through the game last week, was 100% from here. And ever since then, it's been about 50%.
You're doing him dirty.
So he goes 2 of 3 from the line here. A couple of possessions left in this one. He would elect not to dribble the ball down the court, or to let it dribble down the court, I should say. And so Sealy now looking to force the 2 for 1. Nicely done by Ruff to come up with it. Lawton, oh my, he is just so good, is Jonathan Lawton. And it is a double-digit margin now. And Lawton, who is surely in the MVP conversation for NBL1 South, almost on a consistent basis, will well be in that conversation again this season. Ringwood a chance to extend the 10-point margin. It's in the man with the hot hand. Here's Lawton. That's deep at the moment. Looking to penetrate through defenders. Kicks it out. Carroll for his second 3. Same spot, different result. Siren sounds here. 10-point margin. It is Eltham with all the work to do. In the final period, 68-58 it is. The stage is set for this one final period here. NBL1 South round 5. Two teams that are very familiar with each other's history meet once again, and this time Ringwood in the box seat as the final period commences. The 5 on the court here for Eltham, Foxwell, Bissaint, Mabigor, Sykes and Short, the starting 5. Ringwood not running out their starting 5. Here's Bissaint, steps into the 3. That would have been a handy start to the quarter. Couldn't get it to fall. Lawton, Sealy, Ruff, Lees and Carroll, the 5 on the floor here for Ringwood. Foxwell looking to get the quarter started the right way. But again, the 2 3-point attempts, not to be. And unfortunately, they spent much time drawing up their offensive possessions to start the final period during that three-quarter time. Didn't end up going the way the coach would have wanted it. Carroll has the ball in hand, can kick across to Sealy. He's got 12 points to his name on the night. Foxwell defends him, and Sealy on the fader couldn't get it going. Lawton out rebounding. His taller opponent finishes for 2. The margin becomes 12.
So again, just nothing happening here for Eltham at all offensively.
A nice part from Short to Magbegor.
Ended up working in the end, but looking very stagnant offensively. So 10-point margin. Going to have to string some stops together, and they've opted to go with a bit of a zone here. 3-2 zone, just to change the look up offensively for Ringwood.
Let's Sealy open it briefly. Foul's committed. Foul is on the floor. Is the zone looking to achieve something specifically, or is it more just to...
I think just to change up the rhythm of Ringwood. Quite often it can just throw them out for a possession or two. Might cause a turnover here or there until they get used to it. I wouldn't expect them to stay with it for too long. Unless, of course, it works and they get stop after stop.
And so the inbound eventually will come. Sealy to do it. Carroll will receive. The Saint, the man defending him. Nabagor has to lock up with the crafty guard in Lees. Sykes will come and do the defensive duties. Carroll now. Couldn't get the 3 to 4. We'll want to be careful here. Nabagor. Oh, goodness me. Lawton was ever menacing. Oh, Bissaint has put off the... Oh, that's going to be an offensive foul. Bissaint turned and went straight through Carroll's chest. And that was enough to warrant an offensive foul, according to the referee. And so they get the stop, but didn't get them very far in the end, the Wildcats.
Interested in that. The ball was far out of court before contact happened, but foul can still occur, obviously, when the ball's dead. But
14 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 3 turnovers for Bissaint on the night. Now he's defending, and Sykes couldn't do enough. That's a beautiful finish by Ruff. That's his first basket on the night.
I think there was definitely 1, maybe even 2 Eltham hands on that, and it still somehow went in. Great finish.
2 minutes and a bit into this final period here. The margin is only extended here for Ringwood, so Eltham not turning it in the direction they want it to. Short looking to go off the window, left it well. Short is being thrown around in all directions there, Sykes, but couldn't get it to go. That's somehow stayed in the play here, and Ringwood get the outcome they wanted. So continues to go the way of the Hawks, at least so far. Here's Lawton. Nabagor comes up and helps defensively. Carroll now can kick around. Lees will go inside to Carroll, forced out of court. The pass went straight to Owen Foxwell. Celia doing the defensive work, getting back, and Foxwell a little desperately puts it up, and now he's down on the ground and in a little bit of pain, it appears. And so 2 possessions in a row. We're seeing stops, but not a whole lot coming from it. Oh, that's a nice little move from Sealy, and Sykes has made a lot of contact, it seems. Sealy hits the deck. They're going to have to stop the game here. Yeah. I think both teams feeling a little hard done by with the whistle at the moment, it must be said. I mean, unless the adjudication on that one was that Sykes had nothing but the ball, but I've seen that being called a foul plenty of times as well. Sykes will walk away.
Straight down on his tailbone, I think there. Hard fall. He might have just taken the wind out of himself a little bit. Take a little bit to get his breath back.
Roberts will check into the game, and Sealy, who's telling the coach, I swear I'm all right, coach. He's going to see his way to the bench with a rather tender coccyx, one would imagine. All right, so Eltham now haven't been able to close the margin. If only it's extended. It's 12-point margin. It is 10 points it was at three-quarter time. They're going to have to start rolling the dice now. Foxwell, such good defense, but it seems he committed the foul in the process. Foxwell will head to the free throw line.
Just leaning on him a little bit there. And Foxwell's so good at picking up that contact.
And so Eltham are 10th in the league when it comes to free throw shooting percentage. They shoot 68% on the line. Ranked first in field goal percentage though. And Foxwell splits the 2.
Probably because they get put to the free throw line. Doesn't count as a shot attempt. Zone again for Eltham.
Carroll. Yeah, that's good for Carroll. Tom Carroll lights it up from beyond the arc and potentially pushes it beyond reach. Gets towards 15 points, and all of a sudden the equation looks a little difficult for Eltham to turn things around. Ringwood, have they done enough now already? Said Eltham had to roll the dice on the last possession. If they didn't then, certainly do now. Here's Sykes looking to force his way to the cup. Comes up with 2 points here. They want to get it back within single digits immediately here, Eltham, and that will require a stop on this possession. But with the man on the court that has the ball in his hand, Jonathan Lawton, that is a tall task. Habergore comes out, almost commits the foul. Instead, ends up in the hands of Lee. Oh, that almost fell for him, but couldn't get it to fall for Lees. And so Eltham get the stop they wanted. Saints is quickly down the floor. Want to be careful to hold on to his handle. Whelan was well placed to save it. He was perhaps a little loose on the carry there, was Bissaint. Sometimes you need a bit of luck to go your way. Chance to bring it back within single digits. Here's Whelan around to Bissaint. 5 on the shot clock. Finds Magbegor. He'll step through the defenders, and the reverse layup is left out there for Magbegor. And so they ended up getting a shot they probably would take most days of the week. Yeah, Foxwell. Oh, Magbegor good enough to be whistled for the foul. So I thought he did enough to force the turnover. Wood will check into the game here for Eltham. Magbegor with his 3rd personal. 5 minutes left in this one. Have Ringwood done enough? This possession might determine the answer to that question. Roberts now. Lees will find Carroll for his 3rd three of the night. That one would hurt, but in the end, Eltham come down with it. They have 2 out here. Whelan should be able to finish, not the best pass. Sykes now under pressure. Goodness me. Not a whole lot going Eltham's way at the moment. The pass to Whelan needed to be far better place for him to get an easy finish then.
So a timeout by Ringwood here. It's a 12-point margin. Eltham at the line to make it 10. I think.
I'm not here to barrack. Just here to observe. Well,
it's bound to happen.
Lucky I'm not a brave man. Less than 5 minutes to play here, 10-point margin it is. Yeah, Eltham have strung a couple of scores together, but it's not going to be enough if Ringwood can continue scoring. Turning back to the basket was Bridges, and he has an easy 2 points off the window.
That's his move that he's made a couple of times tonight, just spinning back to the right-hand side. Confident with his right hand.
Foxwell looks to go to Bissaint, and the ball deflected out of court. 13 on the shot here for Eltham. 3-point basket would be handy here for Eltham. They just want to see it back in a single figures, one imagines. Ringwood, though, they can get the stop here and get a score. Again, keeping that buffer beyond double digits. Wood jacks up the triple. And again, Ringwood get the desired outcome. So this Eltham offense, which had all the flow in that opening period, has just come seriously unstuck pretty much ever since. Maxwell gets his hand to it. Bissaint makes a hustle play. In the end, it's not enough. 9 on the shot clock here. They'll have to combine here to come up with something. Oh, that should be a trouble, shouldn't it? Nonetheless, Bissaint comes down with it. Lawton was very much in a attacking position then. Sykes comes down from behind. Couldn't get it to go in the end. A foul's called. And it will be a Ringwood ball. Committed by Sykes, who I think wanted a foul on his shot attempt. And a flop warning given to Eltham in the process.
Like two blokes tripped over each other's feet.
65 to 77 it is. 3.5 minutes remaining here. Final period. Ringwood have been in the box seat for much of this final period and looking to finalise this one and get their 6th win of the season it will be. And go 6-4 and be in a very strong position in that top 8 in the process. Seeley finds Bridges. Just want to slow it down and get through the whole shot clock here. Seeley looks at the 3, turn the corner, liked what he saw but couldn't finish. Lawton leading the scoring with 26 points on the night here for Ringwood. Foxwell considered the 3, spots up Whelan around to Bissaint, had a little bit of room but was deep. It's good for Bissaint. And they do finally get it back to single digits with 3 minutes remaining on the clock. Ringwood continue to run down the shot clock.
Ringwood are smart. There's probably 10 possessions left in the game. As you mentioned, they should take the shot clock down.
That'll be 2 free throws here. Would have been Eltham ball if it was not whistled a foul. It did come off the foot of the Ringwood player. It's whistled for it, and so it'll be 2 free throws in the bonus. And Bridges at the line, pushes it back out to a double-digit margin. Whelan, who did cop one in the face earlier in this little period of play just a couple of minutes ago, is asking the referee why that didn't warrant a foul, but nonetheless, Bridges makes both free throws and does push it back out to 11 points the margin now. So Eltham continue to be in a tough position here. Ringwood, well and truly, close to etching that W in their column. Foxwell receives it. Yeah, nice finish for Foxwell. So they'll be trying to draw fouls here and get to the free throw line to polish this one off. Seeley goes it alone. Sykes does well to get the rebound. They're quickly out here. Eltham spots up his Saint. Had options to his left. Went it alone. Ooh, that's a foul. There wasn't a whole lot in it from my angle. The Saint will head to the line and he's pleading for a flop, I think. Lawton watches on from the hardwood, and all of a sudden Saint finds himself at the free throw line to bring it back to a 7-point game, James.
And so making this last push here, just getting a couple of stops down this end. Chance to make it 7. Another stop and a score makes it very interesting here. That's the first, so both teams have plenty of timeouts remaining. They can use them if they need to. You would think that a Ringwood one may come if they don't get a score.
Oh, that's going to come down to Eltham. That's the best possible outcome for the Wildcats. Into Sykes now, turning to the hoop, off the window for 2. Ringwood don't take the timeout, so it ends up being a 3-point play in what should have been a 7-point game if you made the free throw. Turns into a 6-point game. A couple of possessions separate now, but is there only a couple of possessions really remaining? Clock's winding down here. Lawton has the ball in hand, does well to use up clock. Time is their friend here. Foxwell reaches into the cookie jar, forces it out. Lawton now has it. Bridges, Lawton could finish it with this. Well off for Lawton. They used 22 of the 24-second allotment, and Eltham now with a 6-point game is where it sits. A minute and a half remaining. Foxwell looking to penetrate is fouled. And he'll find his way to the cup, or to the free throw line rather, for 2. And
getting interesting here.
Only used a few seconds of the game clock in the process of that possession. If they can make both of these all of a sudden.
So sometimes as the offensive team, such as Ringwood did there, yes, you want to take time off the clock, but you also want to get a shot up that is going to be a good shot, and standing there and dribbling around for 20 seconds and trying to jack something up may not be the best option. So we'll see if they try and get through a proper set here.
Foxwell left one at the free throw line there. Neither team made much of an effort of boxing out. Perhaps that could have been a bit more fruitful if they did. Here's Carroll, can hand off to Roberts now. Again, 6 seconds on the shot clock this time. Can they find a score? Short. Oh, that's a foul. I'm not 100% sure which of the 3 defenders it's going to be whistled on. Saint gets whistled for it in the end. And a minute and 3 seconds remains here. The free throw line could decide the outcome of this one. And Roberts is where he is the one to step up to the line this time. A nice finish from Roberts. Chance to push it beyond 2 threes here. And he does exactly that. 7-point game. Ringwood. Is that a comfortable enough margin for them? Eltham will want to get through their set relatively swiftly. Foxwell defended tightly by Seeley. 10 seconds on the shot clock here. Foxwell gets past in, kicks it out. Besaint, corner three. Left it short. Foxwell gets the rebound, turns back to the hoop. Whelan's there for the three. Quick release three. Hard fall for Whelan. And stepped out of court there, did Ringwood. So we'll see a timeout taken here by Eltham. It'll be Eltham ball from the baseline with 7 points the difference here. If they can find a three-point basket out of the timeout and then somehow get a stop, that might be their only way of doing it. But here, can they come up with a score, an early score, to at least ask the question of the Hawks? Comes out to short. Will he go the quick release three? Puts it to the floor and then jacks it up. Almost fell for him too. It'll be a jump ball, it will be. And it'll be Ringwood ball on the jump ball. And so they got the shot. And they did. But couldn't find a score through the short three-point attempt. And this Eltham team without Angus Glover tonight. It's very close to registering their third loss of the season. And potentially falling out of the top 8 in the process. Lawton will pass it up, and Eltham will want to commit a foul if they want to at least keep the door even marginally ajar. Sealy the one to head to the free throw line. So Ringwood, if they can finish this one off, 2 wins in a row. They then have Diamond Valley next week, which is a team they should think is very beatable. Geelong United the week after that, and then Northwest Tassie, Dandenong after that. There's every reason to think Ringwood can start building this season, and the pieces are coming together. This is the one they would have had on the calendar in this set of games to register that win and then continue building. And it's not really until Frankston in June, I reckon, until they're going to have probably the next one they've got penciled into their calendar, thinking they're going to have a serious test. Of course, anything can happen in NBL1 South, but Ringwood with every opportunity to build into something special now. And Roberts at the free throw line. Edges the margin closer to 10 points the difference when all is said and done. And despite the squeals of the Eltham fans, it won't be enough. Whelan steps in the triple to bring it back to single digits. Makes his second three of the night, but it will all be relatively rudimentary at this point. And Short commits the foul, sending Roberts back to the free throw line. I think all is said and done by this point. But nonetheless, Eltham, who went in favour tonight, have fallen out of love with the win column. They've lost 2 in a row. Melbourne Tigers it was last week. Next week will be a challenging one. Ballarat and Knox. They have a double header. And the clock needs to start in order for this game to end. Eventually it does. So it's a 9-point win in the end for the Ringwood Hawks in this battle in the northeast that has